College of Law, Dean Edgardo Carlo Vistan II for his opening remarks.
University of the Philippines President Danilo L. Concepcion, UP Visayas Chancellor Clement C. Camposano, retired Supreme Court Associate Justice Francis H. Hardilesa, other colleagues in the faculty of the university, our students, and our guests for this morning's online presentation of the UP College of Law Extension Program in UP Visayas. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. First of all, let me congratulate UP Visayas on the occasion of the 75th year anniversary of your presence in Iloilo. As I learned during our co-organized book launch event last Wednesday, Iloilo is rich in history that parallels the mainstream historical account of our nation that students learn in school. I am sure that UP Visayas itself has a lot of history to tell, and I am eager to learn about that soon. I am also certain that this sentiment is shared by many in the UP Law community, as we now form part of your recent history, and we are positioned to be part of the UP Visayas story in the years to come. Through the College of Law's extension classes in your Iloilo City campus that we launched September of last year, the UP College of Law is fortunate to be a part of your growing community as you reach your 75th year milestone and as you march on with pride and anticipation towards the future. This intertwining of destinies is the product of an idea that colleagues in our law faculty tell me was first shared to them years ago by then Dean and currently UP President Danilo L. Concepcion. President Concepcion shared to fellow law professors a dream of the college expanding to Iloilo by holding classes there. A few years later, in early 2021, and during a planning meeting of UP system officials and chancellors of the various constituent units, President Concepcion brought up the idea while UP Visayas Chancellor Camposano was presenting plans for UP Visayas for the year 2021 or last year. I was participating in that meeting as Executive Director of UP Bonifacio Global City, a UP system facility. But to cut a long story short, both Chancellor Camposano and myself, speaking as Dean of the college, were very much on board with the idea. On May 5, 2021, President Concepcion issued an administrative order creating an ad hoc committee to study the feasibility of opening College of Law extension classes in the UP Visayas Iloilo City campus. The committee was composed of administrators and faculty of the College of Law and UP Visayas and was chaired by yours truly. Representing UP Visayas as members in the ad hoc committee were UP Visayas Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Philip Ian P. Padilla, Professor Emeritus and former UP Visayas Chancellor, Ida M. Siason, UP Visayas Legal Counsel, Nelly Jo Aujero Regalado, and Professor Christopher B. Honorario of the College of Management. The College of Law, on the other hand, was represented in the committee by Professor Michelle B. San Buenaventura D., our college secretary, Professor Theodore Ote, the chair of the College of Law's Clinical Legal Education Program, Professor Jacqueline Joyce F. Espinilla, assistant to the Dean for Student Affairs, and last, certainly not the least, Professor Andre C. Palacios, who was actually a common nominee of UP Visayas and the College of Law to the ad hoc committee. The committee eventually submitted in June of 2021 a report favorably recommending the proposed extension classes, and with the endorsement of UP Visayas Chancellor Camposano, the College of Law formally requested for authority to administer extension classes in the UP Visayas Iloilo City campus. UP Diliman Chancellor Fidel R. Nemenzo and UP President Concepcion approved the request soon thereafter. When the current academic year 2021 to 2022 started on September 17, 2021, the College of Law and UP Visayas welcomed its first two sections of full-time and working or evening students to the UP Visayas extension classes. And here we are now, presenting our College of Law extension classes as part of the UP Visayas story during the occasion of your 75th year celebrations. As the launching of these classes were achieved with less than a year of preparations, we can only imagine with much excitement what we can all do with continued cooperation and more time, effort, and resources. With our college working with the UP Visayas administration, we plan to bring the full gamut of academic, research, and service opportunities that are available in the college and in the UP Law Center to our UP Law Extension classes and the UP Visayas community. On the occasion of the 75th year anniversary of UP Visayas' presence in Iloilo, let me express then the wish that after another 75 years, future generations will be able to celebrate the same milestone for our extension classes together with UP Visayas. Again, congratulations and thank you, UP Visayas. Mabuhay kayo at maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Dean Edgardo Carlo Vistan II, Dean of the UP College of Law. Next, I wish to invite the Chancellor of the University of the Philippines, Visayas, to give his message. Chancellor Clement Camposano.
Good morning. Mayong aga sa tanan. Magandang umaga po. I wish to particularly greet the President, President Danilo Concepcion, Dean Carlo Vistan of the College of Law, of course, our very own former Justice of the Supreme Court, Francis Ardaleza, and also our very own Professor Andre Palacios, who is, as Dean Vistan said, a common nominee to the technical working group. Of course, to the students and the faculty of the UP College of Law. Good morning, mayong aga sa inyong tanan. You know, I joined the UP in the late 1980s as a junior faculty member, and actually served the university in various capacities since then. And you know, back then it was a very different university. It was a very different UP. And as I was telling Raj earlier, it was a time when, you know, some campuses actually felt that they were more UP than other campuses. And this kind of institutional mindset persisted until, I think, well into the 90s and the 2000s. That's the reason why, you know, this concept of one UP, which the administration of President Concepcion is pushing very hard, it's quite significant. Its significance could not be overstated, as it represents, you know, an important shift in the aspirations of the university and provides it with a template for future growth. But one UP is really an idea, and it is an idea that needs to come alive in the form of concrete initiatives. And this extension class that we have organized through the initiative of the president is really, I think, one of the most concrete steps in that direction. In fact, you know, the extension class served as a model for other initiatives. For example, we have now PhD programs in the field of education, and these are actually extension classes of the College of Education, and the mode was actually modeled from the extension class that was initiated by the president. So, as I said, you know, it's one thing to speak of one UP as an abstract idea, but it's quite another to see it come alive in the form of programs that cut across CUs. So even though we are starting with, you know, on a modest scale at this point, nonetheless, the significance of these programs that cut across CUs is quite profound, because they, as I said, they represent an important shift in the aspirations of the university and in the way that the university will work in the very near future. Also, you know, the inauguration of this extension class is important because, as Dean Carlo mentioned, we are celebrating our 75th anniversary. This is the 75th year of UP's presence in Iloilo. And one of the things that we in UP Visayas really want to emphasize is that, you know, UP wants to be part of the growth story of Iloilo. We have been, we are, and we hope to be an even more integral part of that growth story. And I think this extension class is really going to cement our position here in Iloilo. Iloilo, as you know, is the educational center of the Visayas. We have so many universities here. In fact, there are many law schools here. But of course, people have come up to me and told me that, you know, they need a UP brand of legal education in Iloilo. And I think we have responded to that concretely. So, so again, I would like to thank the President for this initiative. It couldn't have come at a better time. Sinasabi nila noon, you know, the devil is in the details. Well, if that is the case, well, so are the angels. And these are the details that we are very happy with in our operation. So once again, thank you, and good morning to everybody.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Clem, our much-loved Chancellor of UP Visayas, and also the OIC, I think, still, no, of UP Cebu. As mentioned by Dean Vistan, this extension program of the College of Law in UP Visayas was first envisioned by the UP President. Now, the UP President is himself a graduate of the UP College of Law, a member of its regular faculty, and for many years, its beloved Dean. And we're very happy that the UP President continues to be a champion of the College of Law. And so before he became the president of the entire university, he was our college dean. To give his keynote message, I wish to invite the president of the University of the Philippines, President Danilo Concepcion.
Thank you very much, Raj, Chancellor Clement, Justice Ardelesa, my co-workers in UP, co-faculty in UP, guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to congratulate UP Visayas on the occasion of its 75th anniversary. Today, we formally roll out the UP College of Law Extension School in the Iloilo City campus of UP Visayas. The expansion of the UP College of Law to increase the number of its students and the number of its campuses has been my advocacy since I became Associate Dean in the early 2000s. From 3 sections per year level, when I graduated in 1983, this number has grown to 8 sections when we opened the law campus in BGC several years ago. Today, we are adding another section in Iloilo, bringing the total number of freshman sections to 9. From an enrollment of 160 freshman students, we have increased it to 360 this coming semester. This expansion is necessary not only for law, but practically for all the colleges of the UP system. We have to carry out this expansion program because we believe that the number of graduates, particularly lawyers, being produced by UP should increase with the increase in our population. Our population has more than doubled since 1983, and there has been an acute shortage of lawyers in the country since then. The opening of the extension class in Iloilo is surely a big step to address the shortage. We can no longer increase the number of law students in Diliman because our facilities there are already bursting at the seams. Offering the law course only in Diliman has forced students from the provinces to come to Manila to study law, forcing them to spend a fortune for accommodation and living expenses, not to mention the increase in the population in Metro Manila, resulting to more problems in Metro Manila. UP Diliman is fast running out of space for building dormitories and fast running out of funds subsidizing their operation. So these students from the provinces have no choice but to look for private accommodation outside the campus, which is very expensive compared to the subsidized dormitories on campus. If we want to increase the number of our students, we have no choice but to decentralize. This expansion program has been my pet project since I was associate dean. The first campus outside Diliman was opened more than 6 years ago in BGC during my deanship. And today, we are opening our campus in Iloilo City. We are planning to open a campus also in UP Mindanao. I hope it is realized before my term ends. Before the year is over, we shall open a paralegal training in UP Law Iloilo City. This will be the contribution of UP to somehow help our people recover from the effects of the pandemic. We have to capacitate our students to be employable the shortest possible time. With a paralegal training done in or carried out in 2 months or 3 months, we are sure that those who will finish that training will be employable. We considered several locations for our law classes in the Visayas. However, after a careful evaluation, I personally chose UP Iloilo City as the new law campus because of many advantages Iloilo enjoys over other locations in the Visayas. First, the Iloilo City campus is not as cramped, crowded, and polluted. Second, the region is underserved as there are not as many law schools in Iloilo. Third, the cost of living in the city is not as high. Fourth, the available facility in UP Iloilo City is far better. Fifth, we have many Ilonggo and elongated in the law faculty who are willing to teach in the Iloilo campus. Sixth, we have a horde of outstanding law alumni from Iloilo, starting with Professor Raj Palacios, Justice Ardelesa, Senator Franklin Drilon, Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, and Justice Caro Grino Aquino, to name a few. And lastly, and the most important of all the reasons, I always enjoy my stay in Iloilo. I remember that I discussed with the law faculty my thoughts about opening a law campus in Iloilo City while the faculty was having an enrichment and energizing trip in Sydney, Australia. I brought it out while we were capping the night, drinking beer near the Sydney Opera House. I was the dean at that time. I have observed that the plan immediately sparked excitement among the faculty. Now, a law campus in UP Iloilo City is a reality. We expect the students who will study in this campus will strive to exceed the performance of their counterparts in Diliman and PGC. I foresee that in 3 or 4 years' time, students in this campus will top the bar, form their own moot court teams, and compete with each other in GSUP and other international competitions, publish their own law journals, and elect their own law student governments. When all these happen, it will be time for them to be weaned from Diliman and become full-fledged College of Law of the UP Constituent University, independent of each other. They will build their own faculty, curriculum, their own alumni, their own tradition of excellence, and they will claim their rightful place in UP's history. For me, I will be simply content at having fathered the children of the UP College of Law, or perhaps more accurately, for being the midwife that attended the birth of these children. In closing, I would like to leave the words of Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes etched on the marble wall at the lobby of Malcolm Hall. It reads, "The business of a law school is not sufficiently described when you merely say that it is to teach law and to make lawyers. It is to teach law in the grand manner and to make great lawyers." These same words will be etched on stone in our Iloilo City campus to remind our students and faculty of the mission they are to fulfill. Padayon, UP Law Iloilo City, live up to our high expectations, and I'm sure you will succeed. Thank you and good day. Mabuhay.
Well, thank you very much, UP President Danilo Concepcion, who envisioned this UP Law Extension program in UP Visayas and is now envisioning an entire College of Law for UP Visayas. Thank you very much, President Danilo Concepcion. We will now have a short audiovisual presentation, which is a product of the UP College of Law Information and Publication Division, with elements contributed by UP Visayas, some faculty members of the law class, and also our law students in UP Visayas. We'll now play the audiovisual presentation.
My name is Jules Contreras. I was born in San Fernando, Pampanga, but I grew up here in Iloilo City. I graduated from the University of the Philippines, Visayas with a degree of PS Accountancy.
My name is Katrina Rosette Llorente. I was born and raised in Tagbilaran City, Bohol, and now, amidst the pandemic, also working from home in Bohol. I graduated from Ateneo de Manila University with a bachelor's degree in legal management.
My name is Raniela Julay Marapao. I was born and grew up in Valencia, Bukidnon, and now here in Davao City. I studied in Central Mindanao University and graduated with a bachelor's degree in accountancy.
I was excited when I first received news that I got admitted to the UP Law. The first thing I did was to celebrate, because I said to myself that I wouldn't pursue law if it's not in the UP College of Law.
My UP Law classmates are some of the most motivated and determined people I have ever met. We always strive to do our best in everything. We not only motivate ourselves but also each other. I am very grateful to have such a great support system.
My UP Law teachers are exceptional and distinguished. They vary in their own teaching strategies.
When I graduate from UP Law, I plan to make an impact in society by furthering transparency in the government and also by being instrumental in drafting laws that could really help answer the problems in the world.
When I graduate from UP Law, I plan to make an impact in the province of Mindanao, where legal assistance is limited by putting up my own law firm. I envision that my firm will provide an easy access to credible legal work, especially to small and local businesses.
When I graduate from UP Law, I aim to make an impact to the community and hopefully the country by advocating for equitable change.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Professor Jose Marelia, and I taught legal method to the pioneering batch of UP Law Iloilo students. I was very enthusiastic to learn that I'd be teaching them because I saw this initiative as a form of outreach and advocacy to universalize access to legal education, especially under the UP Law brand of teaching. But on my end, I also saw this as an opportunity to learn from others, to learn about my students, their culture, their goals, their aspirations, and their struggles. And I'm very honored to have taught them because they are promising, and I hope that they encourage other aspirants to enroll in the UP Law Iloilo Extension Program. And I'm particularly proud of my students for having pulled through despite the challenges of distance learning and after having undergone Typhoon Orpet late last year. So it's my hope that one day the UP Law classes in Iloilo will progress from more than being an extension program to a principal component of the UP College of Law.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to UP Visayas on the anniversary of its founding. I also like to congratulate the UP College of Law for its extension classes at UP Iloilo. And Raj, Professor Palacios, when he first asked me to teach the pioneering class in persons and family relations, a subject that I've taught for more than 30 years. Well, I had to think about it before the pandemic because I wasn't sure that I could go to Iloilo regularly. But during the pandemic, then I thought that it was going to be easy to put into my schedule. It turned out that it wasn't such an easy task because I start my work at 8 a.m. and because of the Iloilo classes in the evening, then it practically extended my working hours until 8 at night. But I have no regrets. I enjoyed the semester, and I thank Professor Palacios likewise for giving me the opportunity to reconnect with my family's roots. My family is based in Iloilo. My father's family, the Aguilings, still have a home there, and my lolo, Dr. Homobuana Aguiling, was in fact the founding pastor of CPU. So I enjoyed the class and also get the chance to speak Ilonggo once in a while. So I hope that my students will continue to do their best, work hard until they achieve their dreams. So congratulations to all and the best of luck. Bye.
Why did I accept the invitation to teach the pioneer batch of UP Law students at UP Visayas? I had no profound reasons, really. I just thought that it probably could give me the chance to go back to Iloilo to partake of Iloilo cuisine, which I learned to love so much. My roots are from far up north, and I really had no personal connections with the Visayas, except maybe for the fact that I'm married to a waray-waray. As it turns out later on, I was to find out from Justice Hardilesa that my father-in-law was an alumnus of UP Visayas. He is a member of UP Law Class 1955. He is Francisco Sipaco Tantuico Jr., who became a regional trial court judge of Cebu, a justice of the Court of Appeals, and later on, the first chairman of the Commission on Audit. So that's the connection to UP Law Iloilo, and I am really glad and I'm proud to be here. I have had a very good experience with the students that I have taught, I think they are the best. They have performed so well in my class, and I'm really honored to be part of UP Visayas.
I accepted the invitation to teach the pioneer batch of UP Law at UP Visayas because, well, the pandemic gave this golden opportunity to expand the reach of UP Law, and I gladly accepted it. Teaching at UP Visayas is special because I've always loved Iloilo. I think it's a special place, and so I'm happy to be part of the faculty teaching the pioneer batch.
Hi everyone, my name is Raj Palacios. I studied in UP Law in Diliman and I now teach in UP Law in Bonifacio Global City. I am very proud to be among the pioneer faculty members of UP Law in UP Visayas. I'm happy to be part of this historic effort to give students in the Visayas and Mindanao greater access to quality legal education. Teaching UP Law in UP Visayas has special significance to me because I myself am a graduate of UP Visayas. Thank you very much to UP Law's Information and Publication Division, and also thank you, of course, to UPB for contributing the important material. I will now invite a very distinguished graduate of both UP Visayas and the UP College of Law. He spent 8 years at least in UP Visayas, its Iloilo campus, where he studied high school and also excelled as an undergraduate student in the UP Iloilo campus. And later on, he moved on to enter the UP College of Law, where there too he excelled, graduating cum laude. He distinguished himself as Solicitor General of the Republic of the Philippines, defending the Philippine interest in West Philippine Sea, and later on as Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Very recently, he received the UP Alumni Association Award for Lifetime Achievement. I invite UP Law and UP Visayas' very own Justice Francis Hardelesa for his message.
Thank you, Raj, and good morning to President Danilo Concepcion. If with your permission, I will just call you Danicon. And good morning also to Chancellor Camposano. With your permission, I will call you Chancy Clem. And good morning to everybody. It is an honor to speak to you this morning. I am also a proud member of the faculty of the pioneer class of UP Iloilo Law. And, I would like to say that I have given my grades, and regardless of the fact that there is a circular now that we cannot flunk, I think the first batch of UP Law Iloilo students very ably finished their constitutional law 1 course under me. And I am sure that I understand it is now Dean who is handling the constitutional 2 course, and of course our dean now, Dean Vistan, is a very able teacher of constitutional law. So hindi ko na paliwigon ang istorya to our Tagalog speaking friends. I say I will not make the conversation longer. I think Chancey Clem hit it on the spot when he says he thanked President Danicon for this concept of 1 UP. that lahat naman tayo ay kasapi ng isang UP lamang, and I hope we continue to make the College of Law in Iloilo have the first graduates and top the bar and do well in our profession. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Justice Francis Hardilesa, a very distinguished graduate of both UP Visayas and UP College of Law. We now move to our open forum. And for our first item in our open forum, I wish to invite the College Secretary of the UP College of Law to give her very short presentation regarding the law application process, the application process to enter the UP College of Law. I wish to invite Professor Michelle San Buenaventura D.
Hello, thank you, Professor Raj. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to our guests, President Danilo Concepcion, Chancellor Clem, and Justice Hardilesa, and all our other faculty members of the College of Law. So I would just like to make a short presentation about the LAE 2022. We already actually received a question in the Q&A box. I will just share my screen. Okay, so LAE 2022, the application process is completely online as with in the previous years. So you will be required to register at lae.law.upd.edu.ph to create an account and submit your application there. So for the application requirements, there are certain documentary requirements for those who have already graduated their bachelor's degree or who are in senior standing and are projected to graduate within the academic year. So you will be able to find the requirements here and also in the LAE website. The requirements are the transcript of records and certificate of GWA for the bachelor's degree graduates, or the latest OTR or TCG and certificate of GWA for those who are going to graduate this year, including a certification from the school registrar that the applicant is a candidate for graduation for the current academic year. For applicants who were previously or currently enrolled in law school, aside from the OTR for their bachelor's degree and the certificate of GWA, they will also be required to submit a certified true copy of grades from their law school and a certification of good academic from the law school. Other requirements that will be required of the applicants are their ID picture. It's a 2x2 ID picture with white background, and proof of payment of the testing fee, which is for this year is 1,500 pesos. But for applicants who want to seek exemption from the payment of the testing fee, there is a process for exemption. You will be required to submit the latest original or duly certified income tax return or a certification that the taxpayer is exempted from filing a tax return in case you are unable to pay the testing fee. Other requirements may also be imposed by the admissions committee. The details of these requirements may be found in our LAE page, as well as other questions. You may visit, for other questions, you may visit the LAE FAQs page at lae.law.upd.edu.ph/FAQ for the details of these requirements. The LAE this year is going to be fully online. We use the same exam software that the Supreme Court used for the bar, and it was used already last year, the Exemplify software, except that we also have the AI proctoring. So you won't need to go to Manila or to any other testing centers to take the LAE. You may take it in your homes as long as you have the device, a compatible device, and stable internet connection. The first there will be two mock LAEs scheduled before the actual LAE. So the first mock LAE is on March 13, 2022, and the second mock LAE will be can be taken by the applicant anytime between the first mock LAE and the LAE proper. But you will need, again, a device and internet connection for this. But you may take this anywhere. And you don't need to go to UP Iloilo or to UP Diliman or to BGC to take the mock LAEs. The law aptitude exam will be held on April 3. This is a Sunday. We will announce the time, but usually this is held during the morning, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. The mode, as with the mock LAE, is an online exam. You may take this anywhere. For the device requirements, you may visit this site. This link is also found in the FAQs of the LAE website. And you will also need a stable internet connection for downloading the exam and uploading your answers once you are finished with the exam. The applicants will also be provided with the online LAE manual. So all the requirements, what to do, what to download, when to download, all those things will be provided in the online LAE manual, which will be given to all applicants. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Prof. Chi. So we also have in our panel some students currently enrolled in the UP College of Law Extension Program in Iloilo. And so I will invite the president of the Iloilo block, and her name is Yana Tan. And we've asked her some questions. Yana, if you are able, she's joining us from Leyte. Okay, so is Yana here?
Hello, sir. Good morning. Okay. So as for the questions that Professor Raj has sent me, so I will be talking about myself and my experience in the UP College of Law. First off, I am Ayana. I am first year student. I'm into my second semester, and I live here in Isabel, Leyte. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in linguistics, BA linguistics from UP Diliman, and I've just been studying here in online, and for me, my experience getting into UP Law was actually very I would say it was a humbling experience, because UP Law is very well known for its high reputation, high standards, and very excellent students and professors. So I actually applied, and I was not as confident that I would pass, but by the grace of God, the admin called me and told me that I am eligible to participate in the pioneer program of the Iloilo campus. So I was very grateful for that, because I didn't make the top of the list. So I was not sure that, so I thought that I couldn't get into UP anymore, but thankfully I was eligible still to participate in the extension program. So this is really important, and I think this is one of the things that is one of the important things that I would like to highlight about this extension program is that it provides more opportunities for other students who could not make it to the initial number of students, because with this extension program, the number of students that can be accepted will be expanded, and so there will be more opportunities for other students, especially for those in the Visayas and Mindanao regions, because UP Iloilo is closer. And of course, as mentioned earlier, that the expenses would be relatively less, living expenses, even though I'm still studying online. But soon, if there will be face-to-face already, then I will get to experience for the first time living in Iloilo and in all that experience. So when I got into UP Law, it was a humbling experience, and I was also very thankful that the professors were also very encouraging and very hands-on, especially Sir Raj being the head of this program. So I'm very thankful for the professors that they helped us transition into this program rather smoothly. So for my classmates, I'm very thankful also. It's one of the biggest joys that I have working and studying with my classmates, because in my 4 years studying in UP Diliman, of course, at first when I was a freshie there, there was a sort of a culture shock transitioning to the Tagalog region. So me being, I'm Bisaya, I'm a Cebuano speaker. So I had to adjust in speaking the language, but it's okay. I got used to it naman. But it's a different feeling now that I am studying with fellow students who are also Cebuano, and I get to also learn new words from my Hiligaynon friends who are in Iloilo. So it's a very thrilling experience for me, and it feels a lot like home for me here. And as for my teachers, I'm very it's such a wonderful experience to learn from the top lawyers of the country, and it's such a precious experience for me, because you get to learn we got to learn so many insights that we may not have gotten from other if had we gotten into other schools, because every school has its unique flavor character. So I believe that I'm very thankful to have studied under these teachers, and they're excellent, and they're examples that I would like to emulate. So as a UP lawyer someday, I would like one word that comes into my mind is I would like to be a compassionate lawyer someday. So not only is UP instilling in us honor and excellence, but also to go beyond that and to really dig deep into our humanity, and really not just perform, but also to connect with other people. So someday I hope to be able to connect to other people as a lawyer and show a sort of compassionate, show them compassion, no, na I am able to connect to them as a fellow human being, not just as a lawyer. So therefore, that's my experience so far in studying UP Law, and it's such a privilege to study under my professors. And thank you so much for this opportunity to share this experience with you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Yana, the block president of our Iloilo students. This portion of our program is intended for participants to ask their questions. We've received some questions, but apparently those questions have already been answered by Professor Chi in her presentation. So thank you very much, Professor Chi. You anticipated the questions and you answered them before they were posed. We have another student who is joining with us. And but before we invite her to speak, let me check quickly if we have additional questions. Any additional questions from our audience? So we are being broadcast live through Facebook and also through YouTube. Okay, and we also have participants here in this Zoom webinar. So please send us your questions. We have 8 more minutes before we conclude this online presentation of the UP College of Law's Extension Program in UP Visayas. So please send them. In the meantime, I'm going to invite our second student who is helping organize this event also. And we've asked her the same questions, right? And so I invite Roshar Roma to share her thoughts.
Good morning, everyone. May buntag sa tanan, may aga sa tanan. I'm Rosha Roma, and I'm from Cebu. But I lived and finished my primary and secondary education in Mambusaw, Capiz. I also tried living and studying in Iloilo. Both my grandparents from my mother's side are from Iloilo and are very proud Ilonggos. I also have a lot of friends from Iloilo and its neighboring provinces like Capiz and Aklan. That's why I am very excited for face-to-face classes to finally start because Iloilo is such a beautiful place with such beautiful people. It is truly the city of love and it offers very good cuisine. And I was surprised and at the same time very grateful when I found out that I got admitted into UP Law. I feel very humbled and grateful that I am part of the pioneer batch of the UP College of Law Extension Program in UP Visayas. And I feel very honored to be taught by exceptional and extraordinary professors. I'm also very happy to share this journey with my blockmates who are very driven, and I'm very proud to share that the camaraderie we have is incomparable. They're like family to me. I'm also very grateful for all the professors, especially to Professor Raj for giving us this chance, also to everyone involved in this program. That's all for me.
Okay. Thank you very much, Roshar. Maybe because so we have a question of thinking about the future, right? When this pandemic will be over, when classes will be then conducted face-to-face. So we have this question regarding how classes will be conducted in Iloilo for the College of Law once the pandemic is over and classes will be done face-to-face. So I haven't prompted Prof. Chi, but if she has any thoughts regarding the approach of the college with regard to teaching post-pandemic, please share with us.
Yes, thank you. So far, we have not discussed it very much, but from what I understand, once the pandemic is over, the mode of teaching in UP Iloilo will be mixed. So there may be some online classes, but the professors will also be flying in case they are in Manila, they will also be flying into Iloilo and teaching face-to-face for some of the sessions.
Okay, thank you. So there will be face-to-face classes, but it will be mixed with some online activities. Okay, thank you very much.
That's the plan so far. Thank you,
Thank
Raj,
you.
Prof. Raj.
Thank you, Professor Chi. And there's another question regarding how the city is, right? Whether there are student accommodations available, whether there are interesting cultural activities. I haven't prompted the chancellor, but if he wishes, maybe he can share with us his thoughts regarding, the student accommodation and cultural activities in Iloilo.
Thank you, Raj. Well, Iloilo awaits the pioneer batch, and we cannot wait to show you our campus and also to maybe introduce you to the many things that Iloilo City offers students. Iloilo has long been the center of education for the Visayas region, and I say that in all modesty. Okay, well, maybe because the sheer number of universities that we have. In fact, we even have a maritime university here in Iloilo. This is the only maritime university in Southeast Asia, and it's here in Iloilo. And of course, the UP has been present in Iloilo since when? After the war, no? So we have a long history of being the educational center, and so we are really the place that has evolved as a community that really welcomes students. The facilities at UP Visayas are the president has said, no, they are adequate, more than adequate. Okay? We have the dorms, we have rooms. Some of your classes will be held at that building there, no, which is actually a fantastic building. No, it's the former city hall. It's been restored at great cost to the national government, but we are going to have some rooms there for your classes. You will be sitting in the same rooms that where Miriam Santiago, Franklin Drilon, and Justice Ardelesa have stayed. So you are. I'm sure the materiality of that experience is going to overwhelm you. As to the well, as I said, so our facilities are adequate. We have dorms, we have the rooms. The internet is stable. Iloilo also has a lot of dormitories outside, private dormitories that cater to students, mainly because of the fact that we are an educational center. Cultural activities, Iloilo is known for precisely for these cultural activities. I'm not just talking about the Dinagyang. We're way beyond. We're way past Dinagyang. Okay, we have a lot of museums in Iloilo. There's a national museum branch here. The UP Visayas maintains its own galleries and collections. The city campus itself is going to be developed into a heritage hub, thanks to the support of the alumni, the likes of Justice Ardelesa and Senator Drilon, who have spearheaded these efforts. So there's a lot that you can do. We have a wonderful esplanade where we feature more than 20 species of mangroves. We're turning that into an ecotourism hub as well with the help of the university. The university is very much a part of the city. As chancellor, I sit in the project coordination council of the city, and so we are able to help directly shape the direction of the development of the city. And lastly, Ilonggo cuisine is to die for. Okay. Again, I say that with all modesty. No? But if you don't believe me, that's okay. You can talk to Professor Te about it, and he will attest to to the quality of our cuisine. So I mean, all in all, I'm sure you can't wait to be here. We can't wait to see you. And we're just so happy that we have this opportunity now to to extend UP's brand of legal education to the Visayas through Iloilo. If I may just note, Professor Andre, Professor Raj, our students in the pioneer batch, they're not, many of them are not from Iloilo, no? They are from Leyte, from Mindanao, no? Again, the significance of that is that, our program in Iloilo actually is catering to the southern half of the country. Not just Iloilo, not just the Visayas. It's the southern half of the country, and that's the potential of our programs, and that is also the indicative of the contribution that UP is making to nation building. Actually, so there you go. We await. UP Visayas awaits. It's a pioneer batch.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chancellor Camposano. Well, with the permission of our panelists, UP President, Justice Ardelesa, Chancellor Clement, we actually have two more questions, and probably one for the UP President and one for Justice Ardelesa. So if you'll allow, we'll just go a few minutes over time. So this next question is probably best for the UP President, since it was your vision to expand the student population of the UP College of Law with an intake previously of only 100 plus, now it's 300 plus. And also it was your vision to have this extension program in UP Visayas. We would like to know, what is your vision for law teaching, UP law teaching in the Visayas?
For now, since we are at childbirth, majority of the faculty that will handle courses in our UP Law Iloilo City campus will be handled by faculty from UP Diliman. But maybe in the next year, we shall be engaging the services of lawyers based in Iloilo and maybe Bacolod. Because I understand there is a ferry service between Iloilo and Bacolod, and they can actually go to Iloilo very quickly to handle courses and go back to Bacolod before the end of the day. So we foresee faculty members handling courses in UP Law Iloilo City Campus coming from the locality, coming from Iloilo, Bacolod, and maybe Cebu. And we looked at the roster of our alumni practicing in the area, and we are very happy to observe that many of them are UP Law alumni. So UP Law alumni will be tapped as faculty members. Now, but since many of them may not have teaching experience, we will come up with a program. Okay, a program for maybe syllabus writing, maybe for teaching methods or methodology, okay, to capacitate them further and make them effective teachers of law courses. Now, we shall do this not only for law. In fact, we have begun with education. We started with a PhD program in Iloilo that's handled by the UP College of Education in Diliman. But the moment we have enough PhD graduates who are based in Iloilo, and maybe we will require NISMED to train some more faculty members to handle courses in education, we shall open a College of Education in Iloilo. And you already have a laboratory, okay, for your education students. You have a high school in your Iloilo City campus. You know, in the recent report of the World Bank, the Philippines landed at the bottom when it comes to literacy of our elementary and high school students. This is worrying. This is not good news. And UP has to contribute something to solve this problem. And in my belief, in my opinion, the contribution of UP is to develop teachers, to graduate teachers and develop who are there already in the field teaching. So we'll have to do that in Iloilo. Now, for the law school in Iloilo, we hope to double the enrollment from the existing enrollment we now have. I understand we only have one section. Okay, I expect that we will double once the pandemic is over. We shall also locate a piece of land, a vacant land in or vacant lot in your Iloilo City campus, or maybe elsewhere near your city campus, Iloilo City campus. And we will raise funds to erect a faculty housing so that the faculty coming from Diliman will have a place to stay while they handle courses in Iloilo City. We are now encouraging courses to be handled by a team of teachers. So we want those courses to be divided into modules. And each module may be completed maybe in 3 days or 4 days or a week. Maybe the longest is a week. And our faculty from Diliman can go to Iloilo, stay there for a week. And you know, when face-to-face classes have resumed, so they can go to Iloilo, stay there for a week. This will also be considered as their re-energizing trip. They will have a change in their surrounding environment. They'll be meeting new people. They'll be exposed to the culture and cuisine of Iloilo City. So this will be hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. They'll go there, they'll teach a module maybe for 1 week, and then interact with other faculty members, other lawyers, students, etc. And to do that, we have to complement this program with a facility, so where they can stay. Okay, so we are now in the process of locating that property, or maybe in the if we don't have any available property in Iloilo City, maybe we can have a partnership with a local hotel. Okay, a local hotel. Maybe that's how we shall do it. So we don't have to shoulder or carry a big capital outlay funding requirement. Maybe you can identify a good hotel in Iloilo, Chancellor Clement. Okay, so we can have a MOA with them. And I'm sure I made some computations. I'm sure we can fund. Okay, the cost, we can foot the bill, okay, for this expenditure. And then later on, we shall also bring to Iloilo our graduate program. Okay, and so, you know, why the graduate program? Because we cannot graduate all the lawyers the country needs. Now, our contribution to the upliftment of the quality of law education in the country is to develop good law teachers. And Iloilo will be our center for law faculty training. We will be training them. If they don't want to earn an LLM, okay, fine, but we can train them better to become better faculty members. But I'm sure they will enroll in our LLM program because there is a standing rule that in the SUCs and the other law schools, a faculty has to have a master's degree. They cannot stay very long as faculty members unless they have a master's degree. And the College of Law in Iloilo City will contribute, okay, to this, to the upliftment of law education by training faculty members of other schools, okay, maybe to get a degree. And then so faculty members from Negros, faculty members from Cebu, faculty members from Mindanao will be enrolling in our LLM program in UP Iloilo. So that's all I can think of now for our concrete plans for our UP Law in Iloilo City.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I received some text messages already from faculty members of the UP College of Law who are queuing to join this batch who will go to UP Iloilo to teach modules, no? And they're looking forward to the cuisine and the cultural experience. Thank you very much. We have one last question, and this is for Justice Hardileza. Justice Hardileza distinguished himself as an outstanding student in UP Iloilo and also an outstanding student in the UP College of Law, and is now part of the pioneer batch of law faculty in UP Visayas. So the question would be for Justice Hardileza, what do you see as the challenges and the opportunities of bringing the UP College of Law standard to UP Visayas?
Is it okay? Well, I think the dream is that I think as Chancellor Clem said, the graduates of UP in Iloilo, the College of Law, will surpass all of the mga tigulang or all the oldies now, that they will in short order, because I see in the class I handle, they are no different from the diliman eh. Kasi kami nung nag-aaral kami, palaging kaming to borrow the words of Miriam Defensor, she called the Diliman the Olympian Heights of Diliman. So, we kind of look at the Diliman people until we got there, and then sabi namin, ano ba naman ito? No? Pareho lang naman tayo. So, I think I have very high hopes that the Iloilo graduates will hold their own and then become, sabi nga ni President Danny, become, and I don't know what the term is, an integral, about its own College of Law. And in the meantime, of course, it will be fun to have the faculty members magrelievo, and then I wish that the President can be there always, because there's an activity that we can only do if the President is around. Okay, so I hope I have answered the question.
Thank you very much, Justice. I think I know what you mean by that certain activity that can be done on campus only when the UP President is with us.
Yes,
thank you very
I
much.
hope that the President can change that. That I think that the region should say that a former President of the UP should have that privilege, so that when he goes around, we can continue with that activity.
Thank you, Justice Hardileza. Mr. President, I think there is a proposal. Yes.
Yes. Well, after the pandemic, we will resume all those activities.
Thank you very much. So to our audience, thank you for joining us. We went 15 minutes over time, but I think those 15 minutes were well worth it. And please send us your questions. We'll try to respond by email or messenger. And as we close our program, I wish to thank, of course, our champion who envisioned this program of College of Law in UP Visayas, UP President Danilo Concepcion. I wish also to thank our distinguished alumnus of UP Visayas and College of Law, Justice Hardileza, a strong supporter, even as an outstanding alumnus. Of course, the host university, UP Visayas, Chancellor Clement Castigador Camposano, our college secretary representing the UP College of Law, Professor Michelle San Benaventura D. Thank you very much for attending. And of course, to our students who joined us, Yana and Roshar, to our IPD team and the Dean's Office Communications Consultants, Attorney Martin and Attorney Jen. On behalf of the UP College of Law and our co-organizer, UP Visayas, I wish you all a pleasant morning. Thank you.